Good morning students. Today we are going to see the topic food and feeding habits of animals. All the living beings on the earth require food because this food gives us energy to do all our works. So also all the animals require food to get energy from the food. In this topic we are going to learn the eating habits of animals. What type of food is eaten by animals. Also we are going to learn what is the way or what is the process by which these animals eat their food. So depending on the eating habits of animals or the type of food eaten up by the animals are divided into three groups. So the three groups are herbivores, carnivores and omnivores. So the type of food eaten by these animals has divided them into three groups, that is herbivores, carnivores and omnivores. Now let us see these groups one by one. So the first one is herbivores. What are herbivores? Herbivores are the animals that depend on plants for their food, which means herbivores are plant eating animals. What are herbivores? Herbivores are the plant eating animals. For example, the animals like cows, buffaloes, goats, deer, sheep, all these animals eat grass, leaves and plants, and so they are called as herbivores. What are they called? Herbivores. Okay. So the next group is carnivores. Now the carnivores are the group of animals which eat the flesh of other animals. What is it? Carnivores are the animals which eat flesh of other animals. The animals like lions, tigers, leopards, wolves, what do they eat? They kill small animals and they eat the flesh of these animals. So the flesh eating animals, the animals that eat the flesh of other animals are called as carnivores. Examples I told you: lion, tiger, then leopards, wolves. So these animals eat the flesh of other animals and they are called as carnivores. So the third group is omnivores. Now omnivores means those animals which eat plants as well as flesh. So the animals which are put in this group of omnivores are animals like deer, then dog, crow, cockroaches, also human beings. Yes. So what do these animals do? These animals eat the plants also and flesh also. So they are called as omnivores. Animals that eat plants as well as flesh are called as omnivores. So these were the three groups of animals on the basis of their eating habits or on the basis of the food that they eat. Now we will see what is the way or how is the process of eating food by the animals. On the basis of the way of eating the food, they have been divided into 5 groups. You can see here the 5 groups. We will look them now. So the first are the gnawers. Gnawers. Some animals like rabbits, rats, squirrels are called as gnawers. What are gnawers? Gnawers are those animals which have sharp and pointed teeth. And what do they do? With the help of these teeth, they bite their food into small pieces. They gnaw the food. Gnaw means they bite repeatedly or they chew very hard their food, and so they are called as gnawers. They chew their food, very small particles are done and so they are called as gnawers. They gnaw the food and so they are called as gnawers. Examples I told you: rat, squirrels and rabbits. So they are called as gnawers. The second type of animals are those animals which swallow their food. Swallowing means, yes, let me tell you what is swallowing. Do we chew water? No. What we do? We just gulp it. We take into our mouth and we just gulp it. We drink it into our stomach. It directly goes into our stomach. Same is the case with these animals who swallow the food. They take their food into their mouth and without chewing it, without biting it, they gulp it into the stomach. Okay. So, to swallow the food or to catch the food, what they are having? They are gifted with a long sticky tongue. So, the animals like frogs, snakes, chameleons and lizards, they are having long sticky tongue, with the help of which they can hold their food and they just swallow it before biting or any type of chewing. Snakes are also animals which swallow the food. When we look at a snake, the mouth of the snake is very small. So you might be thinking, how can a snake swallow some food? So the mouth of the snake is very small, but when food is available to it, it can open its mouth widely and so it can easily swallow or gulp the food. So this was the second type of animals. Now we are also having animals that tear and chew flesh. So the animals that tear and chew flesh. From the word flesh, we come to know that it is about carnivores. Why? Because carnivores are the animals that eat other animals or the animals that eat flesh. So, tearing and chewing of flesh is done by carnivores. So, what is the process? The process is these carnivorous animals are having two types of teeth. That is, their front teeth are very sharp, curved and pointed, and these sharp, curved and pointed teeth are used for tearing the flesh. And then they have broad and flat teeth at the back side of their jaw. With these broad and flat teeth, they chew the flesh. So the front teeth and the back teeth are used for tearing and then chewing of the flesh respectively. Also, these animals, they catch the prey and then they tear and chew the flesh of that animals. The next is eat and chew grass. From the word grass, we come to know that these are herbivorous animals. Why? Because herbivorous animals are the animals that depend on plants for their food. So, eating and chewing of grass is done by herbivorous animals. Herbivorous animals like cows, sheep, goat, deers, sheep, buffaloes, all these are herbivorous. These cows and buffaloes, what do? Whenever food is available to them, they eat the food and store it in a sack or a pouch present in their body. And when they are in the resting period, when they are sitting quietly, what do? They bring back this food into their mouth and they keep chewing the food or the grass or whatever leaves for a longer time. So they make a paste of this food by keeping it chewing for a longer time. And so these animals that eat and chew grass are called as cud chewing or ruminating animals. So these herbivorous animals which keep chewing their food for a longer time are called as cud chewing or ruminating animals. The last is the animals that take liquid food. So there are various animals which have only liquid food. The insects like mosquitoes, butterflies, leeches, they take only the liquid food. They don't have solid food. But how do they drink this liquid food? The butterflies, the leeches and the mosquitoes and many other insects like them, they are gifted with a pointed hollow tube which is very sharp, and these insects, they insert or they penetrate, or we can say they put this hollow tube into our skin, or the butterflies, they insert this hollow tube into the flowers and they suck or they pull the juice. The mosquitoes, they penetrate their hollow sharp tube into our skin and they suck the blood. So also the leeches suck the blood from our body. So these were the animals that take only liquid food. Also some animals like dogs and cats, they eat both type of foods, that is solid as well as liquid. When you give them solid food, they take a bite of it with their mouth. But what about liquid food? If you offer some milk to the cats and the dogs, can they eat it directly? No, they have to take the milk with their tongue into the mouth. And this process by which the cats and dogs, they take the milk into their mouth with the help of their tongues is called as lapping. So whenever water or milk or any other liquid food is offered to the cats and dogs, they lap it. The process by which they eat the milk or they drink water is called as lapping. Okay, so now these were the types of animals basis on the habits of their eating. Also we saw the process or the way of eating by the animals. Now we will see one more point, which is a food chain. What is a food chain? A food chain is a chain that shows how plants are eaten by rats, or we can say how plants are eaten by animals and then these animals are eaten by some other animals. So the chain in which one plant is eaten by some animal, that animal is eaten up by other animal, and that animal is again eaten up by some other animal, bird. So this chain is called as food chain. A food chain is a chain that shows how plants are eaten by animals and then animals are eaten up by other animals. And a food chain always begins with the plants. Why do you think the food chain always begins with the plants? The food chain always begins with a plant because plants prepare their own food. Plants do not depend on any other plants or other animals for their food. Each and every plant prepares its own food. So whenever a food chain begins, the beginner is a plant. In this food chain you can see we have grains at the beginning, and from where do we get the grains? We get the grains from the plants. Then a rat eats these grains and this rat is eaten up by a snake and the snake is eaten up by an eagle. So the chain continues. We can take one more example like grains. Grains are eaten up by the cock or the hen, and the cock or the hen are then eaten up by human beings. So the chain continues and the beginner is always a plant or a grains which are obtained from the plants. So this was about the food chain. Also I would like to tell you that when we keep the domesticated animals or pet animals in our house, it is our duty or it is our prime responsibility that we take care of these animals. We should take care of the domesticated animals like cows, buffaloes, then we keep goats, sheep. We domesticate them because we have some benefit from them. From the cows, from the buffaloes, we get milk. From the sheep, we get the wool. Also we get milk from goats and sheep, and so we domesticate them because they are helpful to us, they are beneficial to us. So since we get some benefit from them, it is our duty that we should provide them good food, we should provide them clean water. Also the place for them, the shelter for them should always be clean. So it is our duty. So also like the pet animals like dogs, cats, rabbits, some like to keep birds. So when we keep them, because we like to keep them, then it's our duty to provide them good facilities. We can provide them good food, we can provide them water, clean water. Also, the places where they live, their shelter houses should be very clean. And the most important thing is that we should be very kind to them. We should not beat them or we should not trouble them. We should always take care of them like our family members. So this was the lesson about the eating habits of animals and the way by which they eat the food. Also we saw food chain in it, and we saw that how we should take care of our domesticated animals and pet animals. Now I am having some homework for you, and the homework is you have to answer these 5 questions. The first question is name 2 herbivores. So herbivores are the animals that depend on plants for their food, and which are they? The animals like cows, buffaloes, goats, sheep, deers. So any 2 names you can write for the first question. The second question is name 2 gnawers. Now what are gnawers? We learned that gnawers are animals that have sharp teeth and they repeatedly bite their food, and they bite it or they chew it very hard, like rats, rabbits and squirrels. So you can write 2 names. Next is name a cud chewing animal. Cud chewing animal means the animals that keep chewing their food for a longer period, like cows and buffaloes. So cows, buffaloes are cud chewing or ruminating animals. Next is what is a food chain? A chain, yes, a chain that shows that plants are eaten up by animals and then animals are eaten up by other animals is called a food chain. The next question is name 2 omnivores. What are omnivores? Omnivores are the animals that eat plants as well as flesh of other animals. So the examples you can write: bears, then dogs, then human beings, also cockroaches. So these are the questions that you have to solve in your notebook. You have to write the questions and then the answers. 5 questions are given and you have to do this as your homework.